Hi everyone! Welcome back to Easy Learning with Teacher Rosas, your fun and simple way to learn. Today's lesson is from English 6, Term 1, Week 4, Perfect Tenses of the Verb, Present, Past, and Future, Perfect. Are you ready to learn? Let's get started. Objectives. 1. Recognize the form and meaning of present, past, future, perfect tense of the verb. 2. Use the perfect tense of the verb in speaking and writing about experiences. Before we begin our new lesson, let's have a quick review. Today's lesson is about perfect tenses. And before we can understand them, we need to remember the past participle form of verbs. Look at the table on your screen. Fill in the missing past participle forms. Let's check your answers. Be, was, were, been. Begin, began, begun. Break, broke, broken. Bring, brought, brought. Did you get them all right? Great job! Now, let's begin today's lesson with a few questions. Our theme for today is sharing memorable experiences. Think about your own experiences as you answer each question. Question 1. Have you been to a beautiful place? Where have you been? For example, you might answer, I have been to Baguio, or I have been to the beach. Notice the words have been. Question 2. What adventurous activity had you tried before your last family vacation? Your answer might be, I had ridden a zip line before we went to Baguio. I had gone camping before we visited the beach. Again, notice the words had ridden and had gone. Question 3. Now let's think about the future. What fun adventure will you have tried with your friends by the time you graduate from elementary school? For example, I will have visited an amusement park with my friends. I will have learned how to swim. Notice the words will have visited and will have learned. Did you notice the highlighted verb phrases? Have been, have climbed, have gone, will have visited, will have learned. These are called verb phrases in the perfect tense. We use perfect tenses to talk about experiences, completed actions, or actions that will be completed at a certain time. Verb tense indicates when the action takes place. Perfect tense is used to express action or state that has been completed in the past or before another time or event. Past participle expresses completed action. In today's lesson, we'll learn the 3 perfect tenses: present perfect tense, past perfect tense, and future perfect tense. Let's find out how and when to use each one correctly. Now, let's compare the simple tenses and the perfect tenses. Look at the table on your screen. As we read each sentence, pay attention to when the action happens. Simple, present versus present perfect. Our first sentence says, Alice wants to travel to different places in the Philippines. This is in the simple present tense. It tells us about Alice's present desire or state. Now read the next sentence. Alice has booked a ticket to Bohol. When do you think Alice booked her ticket? That's right, she already finished booking it, and now she has a ticket. This is called the present perfect tense. Another example is, Alice has not seen the chocolate hills in Bohol. Simple past versus past perfect. Now, let's look at another example. Last night, Alice checked tourism sites to learn about different tourist spots in Bohol. This is in the simple past tense. The action happened last night, so we know exactly when it happened. Now read this sentence. Alice had already signed up for a tour when she received a call from her friend, Mika. Which happened first? Did Alice sign up for the tour, or did she receive Mika's call first? That's right. She signed up first, then she received the call. Look at the next sentence. Mika had called Alice before she knew about Alice's trip. Again, the action with had happened first. Remember, the past perfect tense shows the action that happened first before another action in the past. Simple future versus future perfect. Now, let's talk about the future. Alice will meet Mila in Bohol a month from now. This is in the simple future tense. It tells us about something that will happen. Now read the sentence. Alice will have prepared for her Bohol trip by the end of the month. What will have happened by the end of the month? Correct? Alice will have finished preparing for her trip. Remember, the future perfect tense tells us that an action will already be completed before a specific time in the future. The present perfect tense uses has or have plus past participle. Let's read the examples. She has known about it for weeks. She has passed her test. They haven't lived in Manila for long. She hasn't finished her homework. Notice that we use has for he, she, and it, and have for I, you, we, and they. We add not or an end to make the sentence negative. The past perfect tense uses had plus past participle. Examples. Everyone had spoken, they hadn't eaten. No matter who the subject is, we always use had. Future perfect tense. The future perfect tense uses will or shall or be going to have plus past participle. Let's read the examples. That she will not have arrived. I shall have finished. Nobody is going to have prepared. These sentences tell us that the action will be completed before a certain time in the future. Remember, here are the three perfect tenses. Present perfect, an action or experience that started in the past and is connected to the present. Past perfect, an action that happened before another action in the past. Future perfect, an action that will be completed before a certain time in the future. Easy trick to remember. If you see has or have, think present perfect. If you see had, think past perfect. If you see will have, think future perfect. These helping verbs make it easier to identify the correct perfect tense. Now, let's have a lesson activity. Directions. Change the words in parentheses into the correct perfect tense form of the verb. Here are the correct answers. 1. You went back to your old school after many years. It wasn't the same as before. It had changed a lot. 2. Call me after 8 o'clock. I will have finished my homework then. 3. If you arrive after 7 a.m., the school gate will have closed. 4. The students had gone to school before the suspension of classes was announced. 5. Diana will have studied for 4 hours when her father arrives. 6. Olga had figured out the answer before her teacher explained it. 7. IRA has practiced solving math problems every day for a week. 8. She has offered her help in doing math problems. 9. We performed all the exercise that the teacher had prepared. 10. The whole class have done a great job in the past weeks. Now it's time to apply what you've learned. Directions: read each paragraph carefully. Look for the missing verbs and identify the correct perfect tense to complete each sentence. Let's check your answers. Present perfect. It's difficult to say goodbye. Stella and Ralph have been an important part of each other's lives, so it's difficult to say goodbye. They have studied in the same elementary school together. Ralph has transferred to the city 500 kilometers away because he will study there for high school. Here are the correct answers. Past perfect. Weekend at the mall. They all had finished their homework before they went. They had ordered cheese pizza and milkshake before Anya and Yumi came from shopping. The girls got tired after they had strolled the mall for hours. Check your answers. Future perfect. Looking forward to playing basketball. After a few minutes of playing with our friends, we will have forgotten about all this hard work, Gerald says, closing his notebook and putting down his pencil. For sure, Daryl agrees. We will have leave all that stress behind. They have not played for so long, and they think they will have gotten tired by the time they finish the whole game. Now let's practice using the perfect tenses in conversations. Direction: read each sentence carefully. Create a short dialogue using the given sentence at least once. Sentence 1. Someone has eaten all the food. Present perfect. Here are sample answers. Sentence 1. Someone has eaten all the food. Present perfect A. I'm hungry. Where's the food? B. Oh no, someone has eaten all the food. A. Really? Who do you think did it? B. I'm not sure. Maybe my little brother. A. Let's ask him first. B. Good idea. If he ate it, we'll just prepare another meal. Sentence 2. They had abandoned the house. Past perfect. Sample answers. Sentence 2. They had abandoned the house. Past perfect A. Why was the old house empty? B. They had abandoned the house before the new owners arrived. A. How long had it been empty? B. It had been empty for several years. A. No wonder it looked old and dusty. B. Yes, but now it's being repaired. Sentence 3. We will have won the prize. Future perfect. Sample answers. Sentence 3. We will have won the prize. Future perfect A. Do you think we'll succeed in the contest? B. Yes. We will have won the prize if we do our best. A. That would make our teacher very proud. B. We just need to keep practicing. A. I can't wait for the results. B, me too. Let's give it our best effort. Excellent work, everyone. Now it's time to use what you've learned by writing a friendly letter. Activity 4. Use the perfect tenses in sharing experiences to a friend by writing him, her a letter. The prompts here can be used as guide. We have verb in the past participle. We had verb in the past participle. Before we verb in the simple past. We will have verb in the past participle. By the time we verb in the simple present. Example, July 18th, 2026. Dear Mimi, I hope things are okay with you. I've been lying in bed since last week and I haven't been weak like this before. Also, the weather is terrible. It had rained hard before my favorite blanket got dried in the sun. Do you remember our neighbor Lisa? She and her family had moved to Iloilo after her father lost his job. I feel bad they had to leave. We have been neighbors for over 10 years and she has always been friendly to me. That's all the news I got. Please write when you've got the time. I'd love to hear what you are up to these days. Warmly, Ella. Before we end today's lesson, I'd like to leave you with a helpful learning guide. On your screen is a chart of common irregular verbs and their past participle forms. Unlike regular verbs, irregular verbs do not simply add ed to form the past tense or past participle. That's why it's important to study and memorize their past participle forms. You can use this chart whenever you're writing or speaking using the present perfect, past perfect, or future perfect tense. Congratulations, everyone! You did an excellent job in today's lesson. Today, you learned about the present perfect, past perfect, and future perfect tenses. You also practiced using them in sentences, paragraphs, dialogues, and a friendly letter. In our next lesson, we'll learn about the parts of a text introduction, body, and conclusion. So stay tuned. I hope you learned something new and enjoyed our activities. If you found this lesson helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Easy Learning with Teacher Rosas. Click the notification bell so you'll never miss our future lessons. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next lesson. Happy learning and God bless.